Okay, I'm going to wait a minute because I'm going to wait for people to come on. A couple people to come on. And until then, I'm going to talk about the soup. This is a soup of cauliflower, coconut milk, onions, super yummy, nutritional yeast, a little bit of Himalayan salt. Okay. And today's topic is going to be about how to win the spiritual war using energy, right? Because really it's all energy anyways. And this is the thing, we have a lot of frustration in our community of people because a lot of us have vaccine injured children. And so that in and of itself is so overwhelming that we have a hard time feeling like we're making a difference because we actually our lives become so limited in the places we can go, in the things that we can say, in the amount of energy we have left at the end of the day, and different things like that. Like we really feel, I saw a post today that somebody wrote that she felt small, that she felt like she couldn't make a difference because she was only one person, you know? And this is the thing. This is the part of truth that has been hidden from us. So energy connects us all. We all are connected. Good, bad, the bad guys up at top. Everybody is connected by the same energy. And so when we are fearful, that gives the other side energy. And they know that. That's why they keep us in a constant state of fear, right? But when we love, it actually gives us more power. And so this is how we fight the spiritual war at home with energy. So we fight it with our thoughts and with our emotions. We're here to master ourselves, people. So mastering our thoughts and mastering our emotions is how we turn the table on anything. It's how we are all co-creating what we see before us. And make no mistake, the vaccine issue was created prior in another generation through their energy. And it's coming upon us because it's up to us to stand up and to reach the energy like we're supposed to. And so this is so that we can all live out our life path, honestly, because if we didn't have these obstacles to overcome, what would life really be like? You know, what would life really be like? Okay, so at home, the way that you deal with the spiritual warfare is we make sure that our thoughts are not fearful. That's the first emotion that you want under control. If you want to raise a vibration, because each one of us holds space for 1,000 other people. So don't ever feel small because you represent 1,000 other people. Okay, so that was so powerful for me when I heard that, because oftentimes you feel very alone, especially as you're going through this transformation in our lives. We begin to feel alone, and that's for a reason. So once you get out of that aloneness and you truly connect with yourself, because that's what the aloneness is for, is to connect within. So if you feel lonely, go inside, because your inner self is asking to be given some attention. So this is what we do. Anytime fear enters our mind and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be forcibly vaccinated, because, you know, I did share a video about a woman that was forcibly vaccinated and she was refusing the whole time, and it was a very scary scenario. And those types of scenarios can elicit fear. But this is the thing. Whatever we fear, we attract. We attract it to us. So we want to not fear it at all. In our minds, we want to say, I am safe. So no matter what's going on outside of us, no matter what we think is coming for us, it doesn't matter. Unless it's right there in front of you, you are safe. Your children are safe. And once that moment comes and you have to deal with it, then it's danger. It's not fear. It's still not fear, because fear is an emotion, and any kind of emotion can be controlled. So I ask you at this point, anytime you feel fear in your heart, hold your heart, put your hand over your heart and feel love. It doesn't have to be love for the people that are doing these bad things. You just feel love. It doesn't have to be for anything. You could just feel it. Like for me, since I've been working on my emotions, I can feel any emotion I want to feel without any outside stimulus at all. I could literally sit here and be like, and feel love, like not with thinking of anybody else or anything, but just feeling that vibration, and it raises your whole body, kind of calms down, and you feel amazing. And fear, so everything is about expanding and contracting. Fear, jealousy, envy, hatred, all these negative emotions bring us into condensing our energy. So we condense our energy, right? And we're pulling all those emotions to us. So people who feel those emotions will show up so that we can feel it with them and reinforce how we feel. So everything will come to us that we feel. Okay, so those emotions draw them to us. So we don't want that scenario in our lives. We don't want it in anyone's life. So we especially don't create it in our life where we are feeling fearful of any situation, because it gives power to the side that feeds on fear, right? Okay, so when you feel fear, cover your heart and say, I am safe. My children are safe. The world I live in is safe. Justice exists. Because as long as it exists in you, it exists in this world. And the more people that it exists in, the bigger it exists in the world. And that is how we combat this, my friends. I love the fact that we have feet on the ground finally with V is for vaccine. Oh my gosh, that movement is very grassroots. It's very genuine. And those people are very special people, and they are living out their life path, and that is for them. Absolutely. I don't disagree with what they're doing at all. I support them, and I support them from home, because I do have a severely vaccine injured child, and I don't leave home. I am his voice. So I am confined to my home in a lot of ways. And so, but I'm there with them mentally and emotionally. And I cover them with white light of protection so that they can do what they need to do, but with my energy boost. And even though they don't have any clue that I'm doing that, they feel it. I promise they feel it. And if there were, thousands of people doing that, while the people who can be out on the street are out on the street, and the people who are stuck at home, who feel like they can't do anything, they feel like they're not contributing to the group or the movement, those people from home lend their energy through mental thought to the people out working the cause physically, because they need that. They need that. So that's what we do. We raise our energy, we change our thoughts, we make it to where we're united. Let me tell you a story, because I love stories. So here's a story. And so it might still be going on, but I'm not sure. I just know that there was a meditation movement at some point, right? So 7,000 meditators got together and meditated. And what they meditated on was lowering the crime rate. So that day, for 24 hours, the crime rate lowered by 78%. The violent crime rate, right? Violent crime rate globally, well, if you believe it's a globe, whatever, all over the physical world, right? Reduced for only 7,000 people to meditate, and it affected how many people? That's powerful. That is powerful, my friends. Now, the reason that is powerful is because we hold space for 1,000 people. So it wasn't 7,000. It was 7,000 times 1,000, right? In all actuality, in the energy world. Because in the energy world, there is no time and there is no space. That's physical. And nothing physical, I should say everything physical came from the energetic world first. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of knowing these secrets, right? Because let me tell you, the people who are in charge, the powers that be, they know this. That's why they pick at you and poke at us, and they traumatize us, and they make us feel small, and they scare us. Haven't you ever seen Monsters, Inc.? What are they doing? They're scaring the crap out of children and collecting that as their energy source? What the heck? Sound a little truth? Isn't there some truth to that? They're telling us right there. That's your confirmation. That's your confirmation. You are not insignificant. Your life is here for a reason. If you feel the desire to do as I'm asking you to do, and every single day, not just while the people who can be out on the street are out on the street, I'm talking every single thought, every single emotion, you make sure that you do not ever feel fear. Fear is never a good thing. Even if you're in danger, feeling fear doesn't help you. It paralyzes you. Being calm in the state of danger, no matter what happens. Fear is something that you want to recognize. Say, okay, I feel fearful. Take a deep breath because you're bringing in prana, you're bringing in the life force. Breath is super important. So you're breathing it in and you transmute it. And you say, instead of fear, I choose to feel love. Or I choose to feel calm. You want to choose the opposite end. And a lot of times love ends up being the opposite end because we live in a world of duality. Clearly, we live in a world of opposites, right? We get choices. We're master level here, people. The earth is master level. If you're here to master yourself. That's the only thing you're here to do is master yourself. And everything put before you, every challenge put before you is to help you accomplish that. That's it. That's what we're here to do. You get this down, your life will flow like nothing. Seriously, it will become easy. It's those limiting emotions that bring us down to the lower 3 chakras of survival. And then we start living by the hormones of stress. And we lose energy until someone stimulates us. And then all of a sudden we have this release inside of our body and we have a burst of energy. But you don't want energy that way because energy that way is like sugar. It will make you crash. You want sustained energy. So you want the positive emotions. You want to go, you know what? I could get energy from feeling angry right now, and I could really be motivated to do something. But I'm going to choose to sit with anger for a moment and say, yes, I feel anger. I can feel it in my chest. I can feel it in my solar plexus. And I'm deciding that's not what I'm going to do right now. That's not how I'm going to spend my present moment. I'm going to take a deep breath first. And then I'm going to let it all out. And on my out breath, the fear is going to leave. And it has to. You're in charge. You just told it to. It has to. Anything that's not your, and every day too, you tell your body, anything that's not my energy must leave. Because people will attach their energy to you. They'll put in hooks and create a cord, and then they're connected to you and you don't even know. Because a lot of times people think this stuff is crazy. Like, that's crazy talk. No, I'm sorry, my friends. It is not crazy talk. It is known, and it is very well known in other parts of the world and other times of the world, right? So long ago, before we decided to go ahead and control humankind with the physicality of everything, and we were going to pretend like energy doesn't even exist, right? Craziness, so that we don't even understand our own energy fields. And that's what's happened. That's why I'm called to talk. That's why I'm called to speak, because when I learned this knowledge, it was like I had finally, everything turned on. Everything made sense. There were no more whys. There was no more fear. This is my universe. This is your universe. You came here to explore every corner of it. It's beautiful. And there is nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. Yes, there are two sides to everything. Yes, there is a sinister plan to enslave us all. Yep. So what? So what? That cannot affect you in your emotions if you don't let it. And what's the point of saying and taking it in and being like, oh gosh, you know, it really bothers me. You still ain't doing nothing. And in fact, you are doing something. You're giving them your energy. You're going counterproductive, excuse me. That's it, right? So if you are already having thoughts, you're already having emotions, why not have the emotions that are going to benefit the side that you're on, the side that you want to win? Because it's a pendulum. It's going to swing. Depending on the energies, we're swinging. That's why they do all these crazy energy rituals. They know. And all we have to do is activate our pineal gland, pick up the antenna from our higher self, and move into that energy. And then you're protected. If it's not in your realm to deal with the forcible vaccinations, then it will never manifest for you in your real life. But if it's something that you are afraid of, you'll draw it to you. You will draw it to you, and you will give it energy wherever it's coming from. So that's the message, is that your thoughts hold space for 1,000 people. You are a powerful being. Your thoughts, your emotions are super powerful. When your brain and your heart are in full coherence and your heart has expanded out, because the lower three chakras are they're up and down. But once you get to the heart, which is the fourth chakra up here, everything, let me lower this. Once you get to the fourth chakra and it's up here, everything expands. So you're no longer contracted. That's when the expansion happens. And as we expand, it can be scary, but that's what we're here to overcome, is fear. So if something makes you feel fear, stop right there, sit with the fear, acknowledge that you feel it. Don't run from it. Don't shove it back into your shadow self. Feel it. Sit with it for a minute. Acknowledge that it's there, because it's your ego trying to protect you. And you get to retrain your ego. And you get to say, thank you so much for protecting me with this emotion, but it's not serving me anymore. This is an outdated emotion that served its purpose at some point in my life, maybe in childhood, right? There's a lot of fear in childhood, but now I'm an adult and fear is not part of my vibration. So I release you and release the fear and feel the love in your heart. And you can never go wrong. Like you can do that with decision making. You can do it with so much. We have to go within, people. And I know we haven't been taught that. You know, we haven't been taught that. And we don't have a lot of people coming out and talking about it like I am. You know, once people figure it out, they kind of get their life on path and they kind of just go with it. You know, they're not called to be teachers, maybe. Personally, I'm called to be a teacher. In fact, I don't know if I ever stop teaching. I mean, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll know all of my posts are teaching posts. I am just a teacher. I can't help it. So luckily, it's perfect because people need to be taught these things. People need to see another person who knows this, who can show you the truth so that you can feel it through me. And I can tell you right now, it's absolutely true. The minute you start going inward, the outward becomes so interesting, so exciting. I used to hate surprises. Oh my gosh, surprises were like so scary to me. Don't surprise me with anything. And now the universe surprises me all the time. And I'm so excited because I'm grateful for the surprises because I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid of being caught off guard. My ego is in check. My ego has been trained by me consciously. So anytime something comes up and it doesn't feel quite right, my ego goes, wait a minute, just automatically. I don't even have to give it any thought. I don't have to put energy into things I used to put energy into, which has allowed that energy to be freed up so that I can create, so that I can give to other people. And that's what we all want, right? We all want to be better parents. We all want to be a better friend, be a better companion, be the best that we can be, and overcome trauma, get our emotions in check, be able to connect with another human being on an energetic level. And since it's just amazing what you will be able to do once you learn to do it. But this is the first step, okay? Because like I said, I will be teaching for the rest of the month, or for the rest of the 30 days. And this is the beginning. So start here. Trust me, this is the first step of a very long journey, a very long journey. So start here, especially if this resonates with you. You're not insignificant. It doesn't matter if you send a letter to the senator or the lawmakers, I should say policymakers, because they are not listening to us, okay? But guess what? If there were 1,000 people talking to Richard Pan's higher self, he couldn't help but being affected. None of us are doing that. You know what we're doing? We're doing what he's doing, which feeds him. We're talking crap about him while he's talking crap about us, and it feeds him. What if we were to all come together one day and be like, okay, Dr. Pan, I am asking to talk to your higher self. I'm going to talk to your higher self. And we talk to him and we tell him from our hearts, because the higher self doesn't have ego. The higher self doesn't care about the money that he's getting. And the higher self controls him. So going directly to the higher self through energy, that's how we do it. That's how we reach him. You see? Because guess what? We start talking to his higher self, and the universe produces what we co-created. And we create in our minds. And that's what gets manifested. Thought, emotion, brought together creates manifestation. Positive, negative, opposites, duality, all of that. My husband and I were talking about Ghostbusters. And you wouldn't think that Ghostbusters was kind of like a deep movie. But today, him and I were talking about it, and I was thinking to myself, I really needed to watch it again with my new eyes, because as we learn new information, especially about energy, we gain new eyesight and we can see things that we could not see before, right? And so we were talking about manifestation and things. Do you remember at the end where whoever it was, I think it's Baal actually, which makes it even crazier, right? Because chemtrails are kind of tied to ball. And so, which is barium Ba and aluminum Al, ball, and they're spraying it in the sky. Anyways, okay, so, which in my belief, they're trying to energetically conjure up ball, which is, you'll have to research that on your own. But at this point, my husband and I were thinking that it was ball that they were like talking to. And so at the end, remember, I can't remember exactly what they said, but the situation was basically anything that entered their minds would be conjured up. And do you remember it was like the marshmallow guy got conjured up and brought into physical reality? They were in the state of fear and they had a thought and it came to being, it came to be manifested. And then do you remember that when that goop or whatever was in the sewage, in the sewer lines, the negative energy fed it and it got bigger and bigger and bigger? That's what's happening here. That is what is happening here. And that's a perfect example of how it works. You know, I would have never thought I would find wisdom in Ghostbusters, but there are synchronicities everywhere. And so this is the thing, you know, you're not insignificant, not even close. You are significant. You were brought here for a reason. You chose to come here. You have all of the skills that you need in order to overcome anything in your life. And, you know, there's a saying, and it says, your road is smooth. Why must you throw stones? It's true, right? We throw our own stones. We sabotage ourselves. We have these internal programs that are running that are really detrimental to our growth and our development. So that's my message for tonight. Let's see. I've been going for about a half an hour now, almost there. I'm going to read the comments now. So let's see. I'm also going to say hi to everybody because I have to. I'm so happy that you're here and that you're listening, and that, you know, because, you know, it shows there's 6 people watching, but you represent 6,000. You represent 6,000. Okay, so Linda, thank you for joining very much. I'm so glad to have you here. And Katrina, thank you so much, love. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, Tamara, thank you so much for being here. Oh, Katrina, oh, I love your hair. Oh my goodness. I know it's finally growing back. So I shaved it on September 13th. And so it's, you know, it's finally getting there. I haven't like trimmed it up or anything. So like in the back, it's like really raspy. I'm gonna try and get my daughter to clean up my neck a little bit. So, okay, Katrina, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. I have to send you a kiss. Thank you so much. And your post about your children, it was just so awesome today. It made me laugh. It really did. Okay, Margaret, thank you so much for being here. Jessica, thank you for being here. Jenny, thank you for being here. And we've talked on PM before. Okay, Bridget, thank you so much for being here. Kevin, I don't think I've seen you before. Thank you for joining. Let's see. And of course, Jackie. Thank you so much, Jackie. I hope the conversation we had today wasn't too much or too intense. I know it's a lot of information and it's kind of energy shifting and different stuff like that, but I know that you are on the right path and you will be joining me very soon. I already feel that. So Jackie, you know I love you. So, and then my husband, James, he's on here also. Yay. And he's saying hi. Thank you, dear. Okay, let's see. Lance, hello there. Thank you for joining me. Let's see. RT Knight. I like that name. Nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen your name before either. And then Angie. Thank you, Angie. I'm so glad that you were able to join this discussion. I see such wonderful things for you. I see so many things opening up, and it was really great chatting with you today as well. So, And then Kay, and you already know, I saw you on not yesterday's video because I didn't do a video yesterday. I decided to have a little bit of a break since it was a Saturday. And so, but the video before, I know you watched that one too. So thank you so much. I know you've always supported me and I love you. Thank you. And Ashley. Ashley is such a wonderful soulmate for me. She has, she's just fantastic. And Ashley, you know, I love you. So, but I have to say it on live so everyone can know how much I love you. Okay. And then we've got Gordon. Hello, Gordon. Nice to meet you. And Marnie. Marnie, I think we've communicated quite a bit on some of the posts that I've done recently, and I always appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, and then my husband again. Ghostbusters is another good example of a concentrated energy source. Right on. And I'm sure you must have posted that before I started reading the comments. So thank you. You probably input it in my mind. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that. Okay, Isela, hello, my love. How are you? It has been many, many years, and I'm so glad to see you on here. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see, Erwin. I haven't seen your name before, so thank you so much for joining, and it's nice to meet you. Let's see, Marco. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining as well. And Marco says hi, so I say hi back. And then Angie, thank you. You are welcome. Thanks so much for doing this. You are light. Oh my goodness, Jenny, that's the sweetest compliment. I appreciate it so much. But I tell you what, it's the interactions with everybody that give me the strength and the ability. And literally this what I'm teaching now resonates with me to such a deep level that I have to share it. I have to share it because we have to know who we are. And we've been lied to about who we are and what we are and where we live and the goal of life and everything else. And it is time to activate that free will and co-create what it is that will benefit us all and serve us all. Because if every decision, every thought we make is a service to us, it's a service to the earth, right? Because if we honor ourselves and we honor our higher selves, we're honoring the earth. And that's really the way that it is. And so much. Oh, Angie, I appreciate our talks. I do too. I am so glad that we connected today. I am so glad that we connected today. It really filled my heart with joy to have the discussion that we had, because I feel like it's at a time where it is ideally perfect for us to interact and really implement some strategies that are just going to take off for you. I love it. I'm so glad. Okay, so let's see, Katrina, a happy face. I just love Katrina. Oh, Ashley, I love you too, she says. Ashley loves me too. Okay, everybody. So that is today's live. I will be doing a live tomorrow, and I have a lot of ideas. There's a ton of stuff for me to talk about, honestly. Things that just connecting dots so that we can all be better in our lives, better for our children, better parents, better friends, better spouses, and that we can really come from a core place of principles and love and understanding. And I'm here to model that for whoever might need that model, because I know I do. I needed that model in the beginning. I needed to see another human being who is benefiting from changing these lifestyles and changing our thoughts and really knowing what our thoughts are doing. Okay? Okay, so I will see everyone in the next live tomorrow. I hope you can make it. And I'm trying to do it towards the end of the day. Where I'm at, I'm in Pacific Standard Time. And so, well, I guess it's Pacific Daylight Savings Time now, but whatever. So I try to do it later in the evening so that if people work, they can actually catch me live. Otherwise, it will be available on replay. Every single one of them I will be reposting. And I'm also setting up a YouTube channel. And so the YouTube channel is under my name, the same name I have here without the Marie. And it's just Flo Tesla on YouTube. And so the channel isn't complete yet, but you can still go on and subscribe to it and make sure you hit the bell so that when I upload new videos, you'll be able to catch it. It'll be kind of like a one-stop shop kind of thing for all 30 videos and whatever I decide to post beyond that, because so much will evolve in the next 30 days that it's going to be amazing. And I'm glad to see that the people who are showing up consistently. Generally, if someone watches a video, they'll see the next one. So I'm happy to be seeing that trend happening. And so I want to make sure that the people who are listening and are learning are not missing any of the videos. So on the YouTube channel, it will be an all one-stop shop kind of thing where, you know, you'll have video 1 through 30 right there, and you can even set it on autoplay and just let them go one right after the other. So I'm trying to create a little bit of structure, not too much, because, you know, too much structure confines me. I don't do well under too much structure. So, but for sure, it's all going to be on the YouTube channel so that it can be watched consecutively. Okay, everybody. And again, feel free to PM me. Feel free to contact me in any way. I've already had a few people contact me, and they're always so grateful after we get done talking. I'm always grateful because honestly, I gain a better understanding of me by talking to you. So when you communicate with me, I learn more about me and you learn more about you. And that's really what our interaction is about, is gaining that exchange. And as long as we know that's what's happening and that's our goal, it's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, so everybody, I absolutely love doing these videos. I love seeing the people that show up, and I will see you on the next live. Okay, everyone. Bye-bye.